Welcome back to another vlog. My vlogs are either traveling or working, and this one is traveling, so we are in Seattle. It's not boiling outside. Really nice. It's 9 p.m., 71 degrees. Still light up. Amazing. First stop was, of course, some food. So we got some pizza, and then the next day we were off exploring a little bit of Seattle with my brother and one of his friends. We had some coffee at A Room, some baked goods at this place called Sea Wolf Bakery, which was pretty dang good. And then just, I guess, generally hung around Seattle before driving over to the mountains for the main event, which was the Enchantments. We passed by and stayed in this little town called Leavenworth, which is pretty popular. It's like kind of a tourist destination. It's a Bavarian town, as you can see. And overall, just prepared for the next day of the big hike. It is Saturday morning. We are out and ready to hike the Enchantments. For those who don't know, this is a trail in and around Seattle. I guess not in, around Seattle. This is Cascades, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so we're in the Cascades. It's like a 22-ish mile hike. We're doing it all in one day. About 6,000 feet of vert. It should be absolutely beautiful. So we'll see out there. It's about 5:30, 5:40. We're gonna head to the trailhead. There's a shuttle / bus that takes you to the starting point if you're doing the through hike. Essentially, you just hike back to your car. So see you there. All right, here we go. Beginning of the 22 miles. Start off in the nice forest. We're going to be trail running as much of this as we can, mostly on the back half because the vert is on the front half. So preserve and then let loose. So this is a 22-mile hike with about 6,000 to 8,000 feet of elevation, depending on how it ends up being tracked, and it was gorgeous throughout. It starts off like a lot of long hikes like this, where there's a lot of forest, wooded areas, but then you start coming upon some lakes and some more alpine areas, like this one that you'll see here. I'm not going to provide too much commentary for a lot of this other hiking. I'm just going to let some of the scenery speak for itself, so here you go. Excuse me.
So they're just a rock field.
All right, we've come upon our rocky patch, which we got to cross this. And Asgard Pass is right there, and we're gonna climb up that in just a little bit. How we doing?
Great.
Let's do it. One of the big benefits of hiking out in the Pacific Northwest is that there's water everywhere. So all of these little streams here, you can fill up at. So you don't have to carry nearly as much water. You essentially just carry like a little vestibule or whatnot that you can filter water out of. So you fill out of the stream like what my brother's about to do right now. You fill out of the stream and then you put a filter on top, screw it on, and then you pour that essentially through the filter into like your bottle like this. So it makes it so you don't have to carry nearly that much water, which is nice because then you're not nearly as heavy. Whereas in like Phoenix, you have to carry a lot of water because there's no fresh sources. So you kind of get screwed by carrying a lot of water. It makes it harder. Okay, so now we're at the steepest part. This is the pass. Essentially, this is, how many feet do you think this is? 3,000? 2,000?
Like, yeah,
15 to 2,000. I'm pretty much just straight up in this little pass. That's the lake we were just at. View pretty much at the top of the pass. Earlier on, I twisted my knee. I think I actually dislocated my patella. Felt like a little pop. Luckily, it's not my meniscus or MCL, otherwise it would have blown up. It's not terrible, it definitely hurts. I just don't trust this knee. So this has been really painful to get all the way uphill. It's pretty much just boulders, hiking, climbing, rock climbing all the way from up there. Pretty much at the top, we'll see you there. I'm recording, but I should definitely still be careful. Essentially, if I take one wrong step with my knee now, it's not gonna be good. So I'll be pretty careful, yet here I am recording.
The alpine area of the Enchantments is a ton of mountain goats. I have never seen this many mountain goats. Actually, I'd never thought I saw any, and then here I saw so many. There was a lot of mountain goats with their offspring as well, so I guess it was just birthing season recently. We also ended up upon some mountain goats who ended up getting in a turf battle, as you'll see.
That's crazy.
Coming up here. A lot of times they're just on the trail. So
I would not
to
be
go
here.
around them.
Come
But
up
here
this
is
way
a little bit of
somewhere.
that fight that you can see here.
The lock horns. I don't know, but I'm moving this way. Oh shit. This conflict's gonna spill over.
The rest of this hike was definitely not as planned. We had planned to trail run a lot of it on the way down so that we could finish with a pretty good time, yet still taking the views. But obviously that was hampered by my knee. So we still did go relatively decent. I was able to walk at a pretty decent pace, but all of these parts where there was a steep descent, as you're seeing right here, was a lot slower because I just didn't fully trust my knee. These sections were fine. Not too much of an issue there, but it was those steeper sections that really made it a little bit more challenging.
They go to the same
to go
place.
really slow and slowed our time quite a bit. We watched some videos when we got home about other people doing the enchantments, and it took them like 15 to 20 hours to do this. It took us about 11 hours and 15, so not that bad. This is what we thought was a crazy waterfall. Turns out it's actually just a pipe that they put in here so that they could do something as far as like fish environments and whatnot, but pretty dang powerful.
We're on the last set of switchbacks. Cars are in view. We are hauling ass right now. Forgot all about the knee pain. Forgot about everything. We are hauling. Gotta get done. We absolutely hauled to finish that. Trail run the rest of it. Good shit. Forgot about the knee pain. It'll hit me like a truck, but fuck it, we ball.
So the hike was on Sunday. We got back Sunday night, had some dinner and then passed out. And then Monday just kind of chilled around Seattle before my flight back in the evening at around 8 p.m. back to the heat and back to Phoenix for one last little burst. What is up, guys? I am finishing my Thursday half day. I had a great trip to Seattle, but then it was back to Phoenix. Couple of quick things, I guess, on that hiking trip. I did sublux my patella is my best guess. I just ultrasounded my knee myself. There wasn't a ton of fluid in the knee joint, which is great because if it was some bigger ligament damage like the ACL or MCL or something, then there would be a lot more kind of fluid in the knee. And then also scan like the medial side or the inside. Check out the MCL and the meniscus, and both of those look okay from what I can tell on my limited ultrasound exam, so good. I think it's just the patella, which is good. The downside is that it still hurts quite a bit when I try to run, when I go up or downstairs. So it's not the end of the world. I'm still getting around, walking, all that kind of stuff is fine. It's just kind of going upstairs, downstairs, or trying to run, which is definitely going to throw a little bit of a wrench in my training plan for my ultra and my marathon. But we'll see what we can do. I'm gonna try to do some fast walking today, maybe get on a bike, see what I can do to keep some cardiorespiratory fitness up because it does drop pretty quickly, but that's that. I have 2 full weeks of fellowship left after tomorrow, which is pretty crazy. The light at the end of the tunnel is almost there. I'm also feeling a little bit stir crazy still being in Arizona here. It's 110 out today. It's probably gonna get a little bit hotter because the peak temp doesn't really come until 2 or 3 p.m. It's 11 right now. And I'm just ready to be done and out of this heat. It's been very hot and kind of a little bit more muggy than usual, which when it's over 100 degrees and you have a little bit of humidity, it just feels terrible. So I see the light at the end of the tunnel as far as the heat goes as well, which makes it a little bit worse that I am just sitting here still in the heat. But yeah, 2 weeks left and then we are out of here. that's probably going to be it for this vlog. I have a haircut today, and then, oh, I guess the last little thing is for the MSK Doc, my Instagram account. I am not going to have regular abilities to kind of film with the backgrounds that I want and whatnot once we are moved out of here. So my plan is to batch record and have a ton of stuff just pre-recorded and ready to go. So I'm going to script a lot of that this week, get it ready, and then next week I'm going to start filming as much as I can while I still have a full week here with at least some furniture. And then hopefully I'll have at least like 20 to 30 videos done and ready to go for the time that I am traveling and moving in between here and Chicago. So I have that to look forward to, but otherwise, if you guys want to stay tuned, follow along, then make sure you follow me on Instagram for all the medical stuff, fun stuff there. Otherwise, stay tuned to this vlog to see the moving process back to Chicagoland. I have like a month and a half to 2 months in between where we're just traveling, having fun in California and whatnot. So yeah, you got that to look forward to. But other than that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.